I look so emo. That or a homeless man. Probably makes more sense. This shirt, it's a limited edition. You have to get this like right before Halloween time. They don't even sell these anymore. It glows in the dark. I'd show you on camera, but it just looks terrible on camera. Anyways, can you tell I've been really working on my jump cuts? All I have. Did I change my beanie? I feel like, you know, yeah, no, yeah. It's too late. Oh my god. We're supposed to be doing something else. Today, we are actually going to get educated a little bit, which is something that usually doesn't happen, especially on this channel. I have found what I seem to believe are the top 10 craziest art facts. I think they're pretty crazy. I think they're pretty weird. I think they're pretty funny. I think they're pretty sad sometimes. Let's jump right into it. Alright. Now, hopefully none of these are too boring, since some of them kind of have to do with art history a little bit, but trust me, they're pretty weird. Also, these aren't in any particular order. I'm not doing from like craziest to least craziest, or, you know, they're just compiled together, but in a top list of like 10. So let's hurry up and get started, because the YouTube editor only gives me 15 minutes. That means probably less than a minute for every fact since of all my talking. Fact number 1. Leonardo Da Vinci was a vegetarian and animal rights activist. Okay, cool. He would buy caged birds and set them free. Well, that was nice of him. Number 2. Salvador Dali. Now, if you don't know who Salvador Dali is, you should know about him. I mean, he's a famous artist that somehow would have came up in school, but he did these surreal, crazy, cool, like, paintings that were way ahead of its time. He believed he was his dead brother's reincarnation. Fact number 3. This apparently Claude Monet, the one who has a famous painting of those beautiful paintings with, you know, the lilies and the just bridge. Maybe I'll insert a picture here. Claude Monet had a father who disapproved of his painting, as he wanted him to be a grocer. Excuse me, Mr. Monet? You want your son to work at Stater Brothers? He wanted his son selling food and, you know, carts instead of painting. That's harsh. I don't care how stingy of an old man you are, I'm pretty sure painting is a better career choice than bagging stuff. Fact number 4. Vincent van Gogh. That's right, I said Gogh. Apparently, it's not Go. As I learned from Jazza Draws, which is another YouTube channel that does art too. Made a big old deal about it. He did some research because everybody kept picking on him because he said Gogh. And apparently, it is Gogh. I don't know if that should count as a fact or not. I'm not, because there's something else here I had. But yeah, you say Vincent van Gogh, not Go. And that really sucks, because then that will really get rid of my ideal way of being asked to prom. Insert that here. So that sucks. But, and all the jokes that can go with it too. Vincent van Go away! Yeah, it's not gonna work. But I guess in the Netherlands, which is where he's from, they say Gogh. So, what can we do? This is where it gets a little bit darker. Vincent van Gogh had an older brother who died at birth. His name was also Vincent van Gogh. That's the sad part that I was talking about. Like, your parents named you after your dead brother that they had before you. I'm not gonna joke about that. Number 5. You're already halfway there. Hang on, guys. Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol is that guy that, you know, he did that pop art, you know, with Marilyn Monroe, and he did the Campbell soup can painting, you know. Okay. Pop art. At the end of every month, he would seal a box and add a date to it to create a time capsule. Right? That's cool. You know, do that back then. Some of those box items might include objects such as a mummified foot, Caroline Kennedy's birthday cake, a 17th century German book on wrestling, and drawings of 1950s icons such as Jean Harlow's dress or Clark Gable's boots. You know, that all sounds pretty normal except for the mummified foot. Where did that come from? Where are you getting what? Are you Frankenstein? What's happening? Where are you getting the foots, man? I think Andy Warhol kind of has a reputation for being weird because, side fact, this is the man that also got him and his friends to pee on some copper so it can rust, and he sold it for like thousands of dollars. So if you ever think you're failing in school, don't worry, you can just pee on copper. Yeah. I really don't want to say anything about this guy since, you know, he's dead and I don't like to be mean to the moved on people of the world, but yeah, that's concerning on a lot of levels. Number 6, something a little bit more normal. It took Leonardo Da Vinci 10 years to paint Mona Lisa. I'm laughing because I feel bad. 10 years. Didn't he have a lot of free time? I would assume. Not like back then, they were too busy being on Facebook or Instagram, so I don't know why 10 years. Okay, now this is just funny. In 1961, Henri Matisse's, I'm probably totally butchering that name, painting Le Bâtisse, which I'm probably also butchering too, was hung upside down for 46 days at the Museum of Modern Art in New York before anyone noticed. I think it's funny because people, like, when you're like trying to understand artwork, and I can just imagine them there like, oh yes, this painting, wow, I mean, you could just see the intention behind it, and somebody comes and just turns it over like, I knew it was upside down. What a foolish mistake. Who was trying to analyze that? That's just funny. That was fact number 7. Fact number 8. This one's really fun. So, when the Mona Lisa was stolen in 1911, more people came to the Louvre, I'm saying that wrong, in Paris to see the empty space than had ever viewed the painting. I think it's pretty iconic. Wouldn't you go? Like, oh my god, the most famous painting in the world, like the Da Vinci Code over here, was stolen. I mean, when is that ever going to happen again? Yes, I'd go see an empty space, but I would also like to come back and see the actual painting. I don't know, I wish I could see both. Fact number 9. In 1995, pigeons were trained to tell the difference between works by Picasso and Monet. And I had such a hard time believing this. I went to other sources on the internet and found a bunch of articles on this. And yeah, it's true. They train pigeons to tell the difference between paintings. I wish I was trained like that. Like, I just feel stupid now. Like, birds can do my job a lot better. Anybody can do my job better. Funny too, since like pigeons, like, didn't they use those to like pass messages? Like, you can train birds to do anything. Why do we even need humans? Fact number 10, which has to be my absolute favorite, is that before becoming famous for the joy of painting, Bob Ross was a master sergeant in the U.S. Air Force. After he quit, he vowed never to scream again. I mean, I would too. Bob Ross. I miss you, Bob Ross. Could you ever picture that man yelling? It's hard for me to even picture him mad. It's hard to picture him without anything but a smile. Wow, just a painting icon. It's all over Netflix. And he used to be a Master Sergeant, and that's how he even got his own show. Being the quiet man that he is, sick and tired of yelling at people. I just thought that was interesting. And I'm sorry if this video was a little boring. I'm hoping it wasn't. And at least you learned something today. Unlike anything of my other videos, except for how not to make slime. Also, sorry if you're tired of my voice. Sorry if you're tired of my face. I know I do a lot of like talking. I'm a talkative person. It's an annoying trait, I know. Anyways, just like how we were shoved down our brains in science class, you do have to leave citations. So I will be leaving links in the description of where I got most of my facts. And I'm sorry, I don't have a sign out yet, and I don't want to be like a really cheesy person. I don't know, just go out there and don't be like Andy Warhol and be kind like Bob Ross.